How y'all are? Some more. I'm good as gold. I guarantee I'm sober. Ain't quite time to pop a top on nothing yet. On these here direct drive washers, let's say you check the pump's fine. You check the coupling's fine, and you bypassed or changed out the lid switch. The lid switch is fine, and it still won't pump out, won't spin. It'll pump out, but it won't spin. Well, you're down to the transmission, right? Need a new transmission? Not necessarily. What you should do first is remove the agitator and remove the inner tub basket, and see if you got anything in there between that could jam up the tubs. Okay, once you figure that all cool, then you should remove the transmission and inspect the basket drive, and that's exactly what we're going to do right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's your basket drive right there. Now, when that motor goes in one direction, this stays locked down, and the tub can't move, therefore the clothes don't get knotted up. When the motor goes the opposite direction to pump and spin, then it catches on this little edge of this thing right here is called the drive basket cam actuator or some shit like that. Anyway, it's held in place by a little moon clip right there, and what it does is the clutch catches it right there, and it releases the brake. That's the brake right there. As long as it's going in that direction, it's releasing that brake. You see how hard that is to turn? That's the problem with this washer. It's real hard to turn. And the reason being is, now if you keep, now I can only do this because I have removed the tub, the inner tub. Don't have the inner tub removed, you can't do this. Alright. Now, this here is what you call your basic basket drive. And what happens to them is they got some, see that? That's what's wrong with this one. It's got some scoring on the inside. It's also scored up in the inside of that. And that's what's making this thing so hard to turn. But yeah, I got a lot of oil and grease on it, trying to make it do right. It don't want to. It won't behave. But to install one, you simply ease it down in there and turn it while you're twisting it like that till it drops into place. And when you get it installed, it should be easy as all get out to turn. If it's hard and stiff to turn like this one is, then you got a problem. You hear that scraping? You got a problem, Houston. It ain't worth a damn. Now what I could do is take some sandpaper and sand on the inside of this real good and try to sand that up real good and sand that off. But the basic thing is you need a new one of these. And you could make it do again if you got a machine shop and you want to smooth that up. You could do it, but in other words, it probably needs this yoke too. You might could get in there with a brake, like a wheel cylinder, a brake cylinder honer. Get in there with a drill and hone it out real good and put new rubbers on each end, and then smooth down that as best you can and put it on there, and it probably would go away a ways longer. But anyway, I wanted y'all to see how that basic basket drive works on these direct drive washing machines later together. Alright there, ladies and gentlemen. See if I can get one out without dropping it on the ground. I can feel a lot of play in that one. Now, we want to make sure that that spring right there, I ain't going to hit that little doohickey when we go to put it back. See how easy that turns? That's the way you're supposed to turn. No effort whatsoever. Alright, here we go. Onto one more, goes right here, hither and thither.